So we all share something in common in this room right now, all of us. It's time, right? And I never realized how precious it was until recently, until a few years ago. I realized how precious it was. But time is something that we, once it goes, you can't buy it back. It doesn't matter how much money you make. It doesn't matter what you own. Once that time passes, it's gone forever. So it's important that we utilize our time and we make the best of it. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself, and you know that this time will come back into our conversation. I'm a son of two immigrants. My family's from Italy. My dad was put on a cargo ship at the age of 12 and sent from Italy to Argentina by himself to meet up with his father. My family went to Argentina first, and through there they made their way to the United States. He went back, married my mom, brought her back to the United States, and got into the restaurant business. So a little backdrop of who I am, Frank Tommaso. We've got two beautiful children. One's on the way, and life is a beautiful journey with a lot of big bumps. Finding out your why is really the essence of this all at that time. So my folks came to America, didn't speak any English, they didn't have any money, they had $3 in their pocket, and they knew how to work. They knew that time equaled money. So the first thing they did was opened up a pizzeria. They knew how to cook. So they went and they figured out money. And they got a lease and put ovens and dough machines and started making pizzas. And that was in the 60s. And I grew up in the pizza business. So as an infant, I would come, literally as an infant, my mom would change my diapers on the flour bags in the back. And I used to play in the storage room. That's where I grew up. I would do my homework there. So I grew around a family that became successful through hard work. Success equaled working really hard, not being scared to work. And I knew that I wanted more to life than that. I knew I wanted more. So I went to college. But throughout my college time, I'll take a step back. At the age of 16, we had a restaurant, and across the street there was a hair salon. And at that, I don't know why, but they all had nice cars. All the hairdressers had really nice cars, Corvettes, Trans Ams. I loved cars. So I figured, you know what, while they were working, I could detail their cars. And that's how I started as an entrepreneur. That was my first business. I was 16, making $100 a car. And as women would get their hair cut, I would detail their cars in the back of the parking lot. So that was my real first taste of entrepreneurship on my own. Went to college. Throughout college, I knew that, first of all, I needed college. I needed to get it for my parents' sake, because I wanted to make them proud of me that I had the college degree. And secondly, I thought that was the path that you need to have, was the standard for myself. So I went to college, and in the meantime worked in my family's restaurant. But while I was in college, I was always sketching in my notepads. I was listening to the professor, and I was sketching plans of opening up restaurants, bagel shops, all these big plans that I had. I successfully graduated college, got my bachelor's in international business and economics, and decided to go sell door to door in Manhattan. That was my first job, $23,000 a year. Right out of college, I would get on the train every morning and make my way from New Jersey to New York City. And I hit the pavement. Now I had goals. They had set goals for me. They put me through a great sales training course, and they set goals for me. And I always overachieved my goals. But I knew that wasn't where I needed to be. And that wasn't the last stop for me. So at the time, my ex-wife had decided to come to William & Mary Law School. And she came to Virginia Beach, and I was on the bus, and I was unhappy working in New York. And I opened up the New York Times, and there was a pizzeria for sale in Virginia Beach. And I happened to be coming to Williamsburg, Virginia, to visit. So I said, let's go check this place out. We went there, and the guy wanted this astronomical amount of money for it. And I looked at her. I said, well, what are your thoughts? Virginia Beach? Yeah, let's give it a shot. So I went back to Jersey and called the guy up, and I said, hey, I've got $20,000. I had saved up 20 grand. If I give you this, will you finance the rest? And he said, sure. Just like that. If you don't ask, you can't receive. So he took a chance on me, and I took a chance on myself. I didn't think twice. I mean, we're talking Thursday. I left New York City. Friday morning, I was here. Sunday, I was home. Monday, I met with the guy. By Thursday, I was packing my stuff, moving to Virginia Beach. Made it happen. Came down here, knew nobody, knew nothing about Virginia Beach. Didn't do any research. Had no idea what I was doing. But I knew how to make pizzas. I knew how to run a restaurant. I grew up in a restaurant. I knew what I was doing when it came to that business. So I opened up my first store on 21st Street called Albies. And it's still in existence. 20 years later, still there. And I worked really hard. And I gave up my time for money. And I was driven to succeed. Or at least I thought that that's what success was, money. I thought that would make me happy. So I worked 18 hours a day, 7 days a week. Every day I would wake up and go to work. Missing weddings, missing funerals, missing everything. I missed my life. For 4 years I did that. 7 days a week. I dedicated myself to my business and to my success. I was married, had a child. I can't, my son, he's 15 now. At that time was premature, and he was in the hospital for 28 days. And that's the first shocker of what time meant. At that moment, time stood still for me. Those 28 days, it was, everything stopped. Nothing else mattered. The restaurant didn't matter. Money didn't matter. My son mattered the most. And I spent 28 days in the hospital with my son. Thank God he's healthy. He's 15 now. Came out of the hospital. But Frank went back to doing what he did best, was making money. I opened up a second restaurant. I opened up a third restaurant. I opened up a fourth restaurant. I knew I could hustle and make tons of money. Well, in the meantime, I forgot what was important. I forgot about the time that I couldn't get back. And time went really fast. My son went from 32 weeks that he was born to 5 years old. And those 5 years went so fast that I missed out on a lot of things. I found myself with a lot of money. I found myself divorced. I found myself in a large home by myself. It was a stark awakening for me. At that point, I decided that things needed to be different. I just didn't know what. And I don't know how politically correct I need to be, but I accepted Christ in my life, and my life changed. And I've changed my whole focus of what my life is about and who I am as a person and what my time is meant to be, what I'm supposed to do with my time. At that time, I had restaurants. I had a real estate company as well. It's called Skyy Realty. I had offices throughout the state of Virginia. I had a title company. They call me serial entrepreneur. I had my hands in everything and was doing well pretty much in everything that I was doing. But I was very, very unhappy. So I decided to change the mission of my life, to change my purpose. And in doing so, it required a lot. It required a complete reset. It's kind of like rebooting your computer. You lose all the information that you have. You have to reset. And I reset my life. And at that point, I was blessed with being introduced to a wonderful woman. Got married. My kids have a beautiful stepmom. We're expecting another child. I refocused my company's mission several years ago, and we work with a mission to make good things happen for other people. I wake up every morning with my mission, not to make money, but to figure out what I could do to help other people, what I could do to change the world one person at a time. Because we have this valuable resource, the most valuable that we take it for so granted. We take it for granted. All of us do. All of us are guilty of it. The time that we have to change the world one person at a time. Going into a supermarket, a simple hello to the cashier. You don't know what's going through their minds. You don't know what type of problems they have. It was just a major reset for me and a refocus. Now, it wasn't it was difficult because I had to refocus my whole company. I scaled down my company, and we're a pretty decent sized real estate company. We're based in the Hampton Roads. We still have arms throughout the state, but it changed a whole focus of who we are, who works for us, what type of identity they have, if they share the same heart that we have. I started a philanthropy company or arm of our company called Skyy that does outreach, international outreach to orphans and to widows. We donate a large portion of our proceeds to this Skyy part of our company. So, really a mindset of reset was in order. And the question that I ask you guys to ask yourselves is this: being successful is really, really easy. Whatever it is that you have in your mind, whatever your idea is, it's really easy to make it come to fruition. It's not that hard. If you want it bad enough, you can get it. The question I have for you guys is, what is your why? Why do you want it to come to fruition? Make sure you work on your why first, and then not be money, because money will leave you empty. And I remember I had this dream as a child of wanting a Porsche. I wanted a Porsche 911 convertible. I wanted it so bad, as a kid. And I thought that having that Porsche would make me happy. I had that Porsche. I went and bought it. That was, I don't even know how many years ago, 15 years ago. And I had it in the driveway. And the next morning I woke up and I felt so sad that it didn't fill the void that I was looking for it to fill. It didn't bring me the happiness that I thought. My whole childhood, I wanted a big house. I always wanted a big house. When I got it, it was sad because that was not really the why. I was working for the wrong why. I was working for money and not for people, not for helping other people. So the biggest question, like I said, is why? Why do you want to do what you want to do? Focus on your why and work your way around it. I have so many stories to tell, and I could go on for hours. So I'm trying to pick a good one. So our company now, Skyy Realty, focuses around our mission of making good things happen for other people. So we take individuals that have what it takes, that has the right personality, the right heart, really is what we're looking for. People that have they wear their heart on their sleeve and want to help become real estate agents. We train them through our system. We have a process. That's the other real big thing to talk about, throughout your business. And I'm not sure really what stage you guys are, but, I'm proud that you guys are all out here and looking and asking questions and figuring things out. But you got to get out there and execute. You can have the best ideas in the world, but you got to get out there and just make it happen. and find your why, get out there, make it happen. It'll happen. I've had failures along the way as well. I've had several failures, and those they sting when you fail. They sting, but you gotta get back up. Just keep going. So, um, does anybody have any questions?
Is it okay to have more than one why, or should we narrow it down?
No, it's fine to have several whys, but a mission should be uniform in a company, because without a mission, there is division, right? So you need to make sure that when you have your company, you have a mission and it's clearly stated that everybody can follow. So it's like tug of war. If you have 10 people pulling and you got 1 or 2 people on the other side giving resistance, you got to cut the rope and let them fall, because it's going to divide your company. So no, it's you can have multiple whys, but I think the moral of my story is that your why should not be money. Money is not. Money will come. Money's easy to make. Money will follow if you do the right thing. If you run your company properly, if you have the right why, the money will just follow. Very easy to make. Don't be scared. Don't let that be your deterrent. The only thing that can stop you from success is yourself. It's the only thing that can stop you. Because you can fall, you can always get back up. You'll be in the same position. You may not have as much money. Believe me, I've lost probably as much as I've made in my life. And every time that I've lost, it's hurt. It's hurt real bad. But it didn't stop me. Just keep going. Just get up and keep going.
Question. When you changed your company culture based on when you reset, did you have a problem getting some employees on board? Did some people leave? Did some people get behind you and say rah rah rah?
Yeah, so that's a great question, because 95% of the company left. Yeah, so that was a reset. That was called reset, and only people that believe in my mission of changing and helping people work at our company. We're really strict with that. Our mission is to make good things happen for other people. We won't make $1 if it's not made properly. We have high ethics. We have high standards, and everybody has to live up to our standards, or else they won't be with us. Very short-lived. But thank God that we don't have many people that don't fit in that model. But yes, it was very difficult. Taking a company that was making a lot of money, and the owner just decides that he wants a different purpose in life and changes directions of it. Yeah, but that took a lot of courage, and I'm thankful every day that I did it, because we're making more and more traction now than we ever have. Yes.
When you found your why, was it after trying a couple of other whys, or did you just pick your new mission and that was it? Did you have to try a couple different things?
No, like I said, I was successful. I was not happy. My why was given to me, and again, it was given to me from the Lord. My why, and I went on a mission in El Salvador, and I helped the incarcerated children, and that changed my life. Once I saw that, once I saw how these 8-year-olds that murdered people and were put in cells the size of this cube right here, and they had 10 or 15 kids in little cages like animals, I knew I had to make a difference. I knew that I had to change my life. I knew that I had the ability to do so. We're in America, greatest country in the world. We have the ability to do anything. There's no excuses here. We have no excuses at all. So that's when my real why came out. When I saw that, and I had my son with me at the time, because I wanted him to see. we really didn't know what to expect actually when we went. It was just a divine intervention, but we went there and it changed our lives. Yes.
Did you find that when you made that change in your mission to your new why, did you find that your client base changed also?
Once we changed our why, I don't necessarily think that our client base changed. I think that business got better. Business really did get better. People love to do business with companies that really care about them and don't really care about money. Especially the industry that we're in. Real estate's a really gross business. It's like an auto used car dealership. I don't mean to offend anybody, but it's a dog eat dog type of business. 98% of the agents fail, just like in business. Small businesses, there's a large percentage of businesses that fail, but you have to give it a shot. So I want to go into this. I want to re-pioneer it and make it a different type of business where you don't need to be on your own. Our company is not only mission based but process and system based. I mean, everybody that works for us, you'll get the same response from every single person. We all are on the same rhythm. But yeah, our business has increased since we changed our why.
So I sympathize very much with the change in the why. I had a similar change when I had my daughter, and I'm very much a company that wants to help people. That's my mission. I'm in design construction, and I want to reach out and I want to help people. How do you balance your making money so that you can help people? How do you know? I have a problem with wanting to give things away so much that I wonder if I'm making the right balance between making so that I can help.
That's a great question, and it comes up often. So there's the business end of it, and then there's the giving end of it. We operate our business with systems and processes. We don't veer from it. If our price is our price, it is what it is. Our giving is structured giving, so it's out there. People know that we're giving what we're giving, and if we don't really do the discounting for I don't know. Like you said, yours is a little bit different than our business, but ours is we get paid commission for sales of homes or for purchases of homes. So we have a fixed price, our fixed rate that we charge, and the rate is the rate. And if you choose to do business with our company based on our ethics and our marketing plan and everything wonderful that we have, then we welcome you and know that we're going to give a good portion of it back. And again, to relay off of that question, such a thing as working in your business and working on your business. At the beginning, you're going to be working in your business. I mean, you're going to be in there. In order to succeed, you've got to be in there. But there's going to be a transition point where you hit a plateau that you cannot grow unless you remove yourself from your business and work on your business to grow it. I'm on the board of Entrepreneur Organization. We're a worldwide organization, and we have 10,000 plus members throughout the world. And it's a peer-to-peer organization of companies that make $1 million plus. And that's what we help each other do, because it's really hard to work on your business and not in it. You fall, it's your baby. It's like leaving your baby with the nanny. It's really hard to do that. You want to hold your baby yourself. You want to make sure your baby's fed yourself. And when you hand it over to somebody, you're always checking up and making sure that the baby's fed, the diapers are changed. So it'll be a point that you have to release trust in other people. And the only way to grow is by growing your staff to follow the same mission that you have. Yes.
So kind of two quick questions. One is, I guess, a yes or a no. So you would say that your mission is not arbitrary, but it's very purpose-driven, personally purpose-driven?
My mission is purposely purpose-driven, but it also, in our core values, it tags a lot of people. So within my mission is to make sure that good things happen to all the people that work for us. that good things happen for our clients, that when we go into a transaction, we leave the world a better place than we came into it. That we make a change in any type of exchange that we have throughout the day and leave it positive, because we have the ability to either make a positive experience or a negative experience. When we wake up in the morning, we can either have a positive day or a negative day. We have that choice of how we handle things. Anybody else have any questions? So get out there, get your idea going, make it happen. Don't be scared. Give it a shot. The worst that can happen is you fall. You get right back up and you do it again. It's that simple. I know that a lot of times it takes a lot of courage to take that leap of faith. But you need to do it. You need to try it. If you don't try it, it'll never happen.